Grabbers in Congress have just launched a massive scheme to pay back the anti-gun extremists who put them and Barack Obama in office. What's worse, they say folks like you actually support these anti-gun measures. I think that's hogwash, and I want to make sure it's not true. Hello, this is Congressman Paul Broun. You and I are facing an assault on our gun rights like we've never seen. You see, HR45 is Barack Obama's gun control package, and it includes most of the anti-gun measures he supported over the years. First, Barack Obama's gun control package would establish a national gun registry database of guns and gun owners. Your private information and every gun you own would be in the system. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that gun registration historically has laid the groundwork for totalitarian confiscation of all firearms by federal power. In fact, the most brutal dictators of the 20th century were famous for their gun registration and confiscation schemes. But H.R. 45 isn't just about registering guns. Barack Obama's gun control package would do even more harm. The Obama plan aims to impose draconian penalties on gun sellers for even the most minor bookkeeping errors related to the National Gun Database in a transparent effort to drive virtually every gun seller out of business, and require a 2-day waiting period on all firearms purchases, and institute a gun tax of $25 or more on all firearm purchases, and ban all private firearm sales. To top it all off, Obama's scheme would force you to take a written exam to prove that you are fit to exercise your constitutional right to keep and bear arms. You'll even have to release medical records, including confidential mental health records, to government officials to review in order to prove your fitness to own a firearm. The list goes on and on. It's enough to turn your stomach. I know I don't have to tell you, but these restrictions make a mockery of the Constitution. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Might as well say, you have no rights. If a 2-day waiting period, a written exam, and a gun tax aren't infringing our rights, I don't know what is. That's why I've decided to help the National Association for Gun Rights fight back against this radical scheme. They're fully committed to stopping H.R. 45, but they need the help of grassroots gun owners like you. With the balance of power in Washington, if this is to be stopped, all pro-gun Americans will have to join together, draw a line in the sand, and fight this battle to the end. By mobilizing hundreds of thousands of grassroots gun owners across the country, the National Association for Gun Rights can put anti-gun politicians on the hot seat. Are you opposed to a national gun tax? Are you opposed to national gun registration? Are you opposed to a written examination to buy a gun? If you said yes to any of these questions, I urge you to fill out and return a special survey the National Association for Gun Rights has made up for your signature. Your survey will put you squarely on record for the Second Amendment and against Barack Obama's gun control package. Stopping unconstitutional gun control bills like H.R. 45 is the National Association for Gun Rights' top priority, and they need your help. So along with your signed survey, please send your most generous contribution to the National Association for Gun Rights. The truth is, Barack Obama's gun control package is just the tip of the iceberg. Sarah Brady and her cohorts in Congress now have the support of a willing White House and won't stop until they've reached what you and I know must be their ultimate goal, a virtual ban on the individual ownership of all firearms and the eradication of the Second Amendment. The Obama administration already announced plans to bring back the Clinton semi-auto ban as the next step. That's why your action is so vital. Please agree to make a contribution of $50 to the National Association for Gun Rights to help them fight H.R. 45 and every other item on Sarah Brady's gun control wish list. I know this is a lot to ask, but inaction could very well lead to defeat and the loss of your right to keep and bear arms. We may not have much time, so please agree to act today by signing your survey and making your most generous contribution to the National Association for Gun Rights.